Hi Stampers, it's super awesome stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, USA. I'd like to share how I created this accordion fold card with you. And then the matching envelope is here. And my inspiration for this card came from a card I received from my crafty sister Trisha. So it accordion folds and tucks under the flower there. So laying flat mails that way, and she's got a smaller panel in the back. So in my design, I wanted the recipient to be surprised when they opened up their card. So I wanted to make sure this pop-up piece covered the full backside piece. All right, so let's get started with the stamping part. So I use the Early Espresso ink pad. And I'm using the paper piercing mat underneath my stamping surface here because I'm using the photopolymer stamps. And you need a little bit of give when you're using those photopolymer stamps. I'm just doing 2 chocolates right there. And then the full strength chocolate pieces. And then the filler piece. Now I'm going to stamp off and do the second generation to fill in the chocolate pieces. And then I'm going to pull in the envelope so I can flip up or flip shut my ink pad when I'm done here. Chocolate, actual chocolate candies, stamp off, and then fill in so it looks like chocolate candies. All right, so I'm gonna flip my ink pad shut and do some whisking away. Done with my stamps. And then through the magic of television, I've already got one die cut. So here's what it looks like die cut. You just need little scraps for this. Whisk away my scrap piece and the paper piercing mat, and we're all done with that. All right, so now we're gonna start to do a little bit of assembly. So I'm going to pull back in my sample card so that you can see that while I'm designing here. Done with that. Okay, so on each of the back of the chocolates, I'm going to put some dimensionals. And these were just cut from the end pieces of the mini dimensionals. You see I've cut them all down. Almost done with that sheet, and I'll have to grab a new sheet. So pull the backer sheets off. Make sure those little things get in the trash. They get everywhere. All right, here's my sample card. So I put chocolate in the center. Again, I'm just eyeballing where these are going to be placed. One on either side. And then the chocolate I've already got die cut in basic black. So you'll see that the stamp chocolate is not the same font as the die cut chocolate. And I'm just using a little bit of the green glue. So my strategy is I put a little bit in a thicker piece of the die and then kind of drag it around the words, the curves of the words. And then the chocolate just goes right there. Okay. Next up, so I'm done with the backer sheets. So let's look to see what else we need to do here. Let's assemble this top piece. Now the top piece, I wanted a little bit of pizzazz, so I decided to process the Blackberry Bliss piece using the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. I did not want to process the basic black piece because that would just diminish the strength of this piece, and we need that strength to kind of hold that up. All right, so since this piece is embossed, we're gonna just put some green glue on there. I'm just eyeballing left to right, top to bottom. The next layer is this fabulous velvet. So in the August to December catalog, we've got the 12 by 12 sheets of red velvet. It's white on one side, velvet on the other. It's really nice. It feels really nice, just like velvet should. Okay. And then instead of just doing a square, I decided I wanted to add a little bit of interest by doing an offset square. So I'm just eyeballing, making sure my tips stay within the bounds of that black. You've got a few seconds when you're using that green glue to adjust things in the right spot. All right, so I'm gonna grab my take your pick tool, use that to pull the backer sheets off. I'm gonna try, because as we know on camera, things don't go always as planned. And one of these days, I'm gonna do a blooper reel. Okay, and that's just gonna be centered over that. I've already punched out a Label Me Lovely punch. It's from this punch right here using the Early Espresso, and attached 3 of the 4 words. So I didn't want to mess with gluing on camera 5 pieces and then risk not having them straight. So we'll do this one as well. We'll do the one on camera. So this is one of the dies in the Nothing's Better Than die bundle. There. All right, next up would be bringing in the Dog Builder punch. Before I do that, I'm just going to show you, here's what this Love You More Than die looks like. And then the way they get punched out. So I used just this scrap to punch some hearts off of the Dog Builder punch. And you know, red, real red is the actual color of cardstock that I have the most scrap of. I just must like red a lot. So I've already got 3 of the hearts punched, and I attached them to glue dots. And pick up the one I just punched and find the end. So normally I've got a piece of ribbon wrapped around my glue dots, but I'm getting to the end, and I think I used quite a bit, like in a string of bows, so I took that ribbon off. And I'll show you. That ribbon, normally, I should just put it back on here. I just tie it around a tie knot, and that keeps that glue dot roll, the actual glue dots on this backer sheet, attached to the cardboard, so I don't slip off. Okay. All right, so we got the backer sheet decorated. We've got this almost decorated. I won't attach it quite yet because we need to do a few things. So these are the Wonderful Gems in real red and white. They've got gold glitteries on them. And I'm going to hold it up to the light. Maybe you can see them. They're really pretty. They make me think of fancy chocolates, and these are part of the inspiration for this card. So I don't know if you can see those. Bring it up to the light. Pretty, right? Okay, so we're getting down to the last few things here. I need to step away and pull in my scoring board into the screen. Here's my scoring board. So we're going to work on creating the accordion. So what I've got here is, I'm going to make sure you can see it, a piece of 2 inch by 7 inch, and I scored it at 1 inch. Now, in case you're doing this at home and you're not sure you want so much, let me just score these so I don't accidentally score 6 1/8 or something like that. Grab some, you know, we all have these strips of cardstock in our bins. Just grab a strip of cardstock and see how many accordions you want and how thick this piece is. So I decided on a 2 inch piece because my backer sheet, or the top piece, is pretty heavy, and that's what I had in scraps. So no need to cut it down. All right. Okay, now just come back and accordion fold this up. And what we're gonna do is, gonna lay this out. I don't know if you can see that or not. Will that stand up? Oh, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is wrap one piece around the back. And for this, I would recommend your green glue because you do have a few seconds. Just zhuzh that in place if you don't like where it is. So I'm just eyeballing left to right. And I zhuzhed too much and I got a little bit of glue up here. Let's see here. Let me grab the waist pieces of the dimensionals are great for removing glue where you don't want it. There we go. Okay, so just wrap that around and that will get positioned right there. All right, so now for this layer, I would use the tear and tape because that will secure the Blackberry Bliss accordion to the base. And the tear and tape is pretty sticky, so it's not gonna go anywhere once I get the tear and tape on here. Whoops. Yep, see, everything's sticking to it. Okay. So let me accordion fold this down. Then I'm going to eyeball this left to right, maybe move this so I get white in the background. Left to right, top to bottom, because once this is down, it's not getting moved. There we go. All right, and then this piece, the top accordion, I used a piece of tear and tape as well. Oh, and before I do that, I would recommend that you go through with your bone folder and just press down on all of these creases because that will help it mail. If you choose to mail this, it just fits a 1/4 inch. And 1/4 inch is the thickness here in the US that the maximum thickness you can have with one postage stamp. Now I didn't weigh this to see if it's under the 1 ounce weight. Maybe I'll do that and add it as a comment down below. There, pretty, right? So here is the sample card. Here's the one we just created. And just tuck it underneath. I think when it mails, it will, there. It's kind of hard to show on camera what we're doing or how it stands up. It'll stand up like this. Pretty, right? So I'm going to pull in there's the envelope, and I'm going to show you, let's see if I still have my 1/4 inch gauge. See, it's pretty thick right there. Back in a second. Okay, so see, that's my 1/4 inch, just a piece of cardboard that I've cut a slot. It fits. The September kits in the mail includes these 4 designs, 3 each of the 4 designs. And then, like I said, we will add this card as a kit into your box as well, so you can assemble it at your leisure. I won't be able to include the stamped images though, and I won't include the stamped word or the die cut words. So the products that I used to create this card would be the 2 dies from the Love You More die set, and then the stamps from the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. So this is a bundle sold in our annual catalog. So let's do a little bit of catalog tour, and I'll show you where I got some of these products. So this is our annual catalog, and on page 91 shows the stamp set and then the dies. So if you purchase both of them together using the bundle number, you get 10% off the individual prices. Here are all the colors that we offer for cardstock, inks, ink refills, and Stampin' Blends. We also have the Many Marvelous Markers, which is a collection of most of our ink colors. So I used the Blackberry Bliss on the card today, the Real Red, which is in the Regals collection as well, and the Basic Black. Of course, the Whisper White too. Okay, the punches I used today would be the Dog Builder punch and the Label Me Lovely punch. And then back in the die cut bundle pages, here, page 176, here is the dies and then the stamp set. So again, 10% off individual prices. And then the embossing folder I used would have been the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And the two products I used from the August to December catalog are the Wonderful Gems, page 31. You get 100 pieces for $8. And then the Red Velvet Super Soft Paper Pack. So you get 2 sheets of 12 by 12 inch for $6. So last, let me zhuzh these out of the way. Oh, there we go. How pretty that is. I've got a little special going on here through Labor Day. It's a pop-up special showcasing my pop-up card. Get it? Place a $40 order, excluding shipping and tax, using this host code, SPCGT39V, at my online store, sjsinks.stampinup.net, and receive a PDF tutorial of 17 projects. If you order my September kits in the mail, you'll receive an extra kit, so you'll receive a kit to complete this card, plus the tutorial. And if your shopping list is longer than $99, you might consider the September Get and Go promotion. You will receive the Queen Anne's Lace stamp set, the So Much Love stamp set, a package of basic rhinestones, and 16 card kits, 8 of each of these card kits, in your starter kit. Starter kit is $99 plus shipping and tax. You get to pick $125 of products to be included in your starter kit. I would be happy if you join my super awesome stampers team. Let me know if you want to be a happy shopper, share stamping with a few of your friends, or if you're interested in building a business. I can help you wherever you are on your Stampin' Up! Journey. Thanks for considering me as your team leader. Go to my blog at superawesomestamper.com and click the contact button if you have questions about what it means to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on my team. If you're ready to sign up or you need more information, click the Be a Demonstrator icon on my blog, and hopefully that will answer your questions. If you've got any more questions though, click Contact Me on my blog. Thanks for watching, and this is Super Awesome Stamper, Shirley Merker.